Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Kulakane from CZT Tabitha Bedoukian. And I hope I've pronounced all of that right. Okay. This is a neat tangle. It is similar to a couple of others, but different enough. All right. That we shall do, well, different enough that it's on tangle patterns. And one of the things that I appreciate about Linda Farmer, CZT, who is Tangle Patterns, is for the most part is make sure that the tangles that she has presented are, kind of within. I mean, there's not really guidelines or rules, but at the same time, there's some things that make a tangle a tangle. I know there's an article on her site, what makes a tangle, and or maybe it's why aren't some patterns tangles and some patterns tangles. Anyway, you can find it on there. All right, this one, I think I'm gonna do, we'll do an inked border. And one of the neat things that Tabitha says on her step out, and I put it on my version as well, is that you can start this from any direction you want. And in her step out, she came from the top down, and I kind of like that. It was different. And one thing to think about when you're starting this is, because we're essentially layering it, and we're just going to put little boxes. You can do different shapes on the top. Do take a look at the For More Inspiration link, so that way you can see she's got a couple variations on there and an awesome sample where you can, essentially she's turned it into a reticula. It's super nice. So she talks about doing this, build it from any direction and row by row. So something to think about is, what, if you want more than one, one up front, you might want to place it, like if I put one here ahead of time. Now, row by row, it's kind of a row, different sizes, things like that. But just thinking on this one row, it's like, okay, well, putting some in front, well, then let's see, let's put this one behind there. Oh, let's put a shorty right here. And, okay, maybe one coming off the side, hiding behind there. So different different shapes, different sizes, whatever you want. Let's put that one there. Okay. Then start another row. And again, it's just deciding, well, what do you want? Where, who's where you got some tall ones. And it's fun because it is random kind of with a structure, so that it, I know it helps me with the being random stuff. Oh, and we'll put that one there. Yeah, that's all right. Too late now. Let's do this, and then another row. We'll start it here, and I want to have this one. I want to have something ending a little bit different there. Oh, then here, let's put one in the middle. Oh, we can put one in the middle. Now, see, I'm kind of working a couple rows here, and I think that's what she means. Just think about it row by row. However you end up doing it is going to be just fine, though. But I like that idea of just think about it row by row. Kind of helps with, for me, like organization in my brain. And then let's see, let's start this one right up here. We'll make a thin one go in this direction. And then, okay, we'll do one like this. So it's just fun. So it's on here on the YouTube channel. We have one called Stones by my friend CZT Lynn Fisher, and that it's constructed differently, but a similar concept of, you start with something, and then we're just tucking things behind and layering. There's the one called Frames, where it's boxes, and it's similar idea. So there's a lot of variations on themes, and it's just really, really neat. Oh, I'm going to do it that way. And like I said, just fill it up however you wish. I'm going to just fill it up that far. And I did already mention, right? Take a look at the For More Inspiration link. Yes, I did. Because, like I said, these could be shaped differently, and you can just have a lot of fun with it. Then, for shading, and I don't know, maybe I will turn it into a bit of a reticula. Well, a reticula is just an odd type of grid. I'll just do a couple, because I thought it was neat. Where should we do? Oh, let's do right here where I really wanted to do something else. So let's put some orbs in this one. Some tipple. Because in Tabitha's sample, she has some that have a tipple in it. And I'm going to do it this way just because I need to. And then she had some that had, let's put one in right here, that had let's put a fancy fescue in. But you could do whatever you want. Let's do a couple. Let's see. We'll come over. Well, let's do one way up here. Here a little bit. We'll do a little fancy fescue. That's just what we call it. It is fescue. It's just with that kind of teardrop shape at the end, it makes it a little bit different. And let's put some orbs in this one. That way we've got a couple. It doesn't look weird just having like one of each. But you could use any kind of tangle inside. But that is just fun. So that's what I mean by reticula. If you weren't familiar with the phrase, that's all it is. So then she mentions to shade the overlaps. And so the overlaps, so here, like this is overlapping this one. So we're going to shade that overlap. And then there are some that you could decide, it's like, well, is that butted up next to each other, or is this one really behind this one? And I'm going to dare say, let's just say it is. Well, it is, because otherwise, if this was in front of that, there'd be a little gap. But they could be just butted next to each other. They could. I'm just going to get the one side because I like to. Sometimes I don't follow my own things, but to put the tip of the pencil on the line that you don't want to go over. So that's my aim here. I might miss some, but that's okay. I can always go back. Although that is kind of difficult. Because then I kind of get lost. If I do it this way, then I am the tip of the pencil's there. It's just when you have to reach over, that can cause problems. That's why. And we'll go ahead and we'll just get all of those. And this is one where, don't necessarily worry about things getting too dark in some areas, because if it's really behind stuff, then, that's going to just happen naturally. And normally, I think let's get some up here. Normally, in Zentangle, we don't worry about light source and all of those kind of things. Although, you certainly can. This you kind of do, because we're putting the graphite in where a shadow might be. A lot of times we just don't stress over it too much. All right, so I'm just going to start here. I'm just going to do like a scooching motion. That's my technical term for that. Oops. And sometimes you can use what's left on your tortillon. So, like some of the smaller places, you could just leave without graphite and then see how far you go. And if I would just continue with it in that one direction, it's a little a bit thinner line doing it this way than this way, because like I just did it here sideways, and see how much thicker that is, just a little bit, than the other. And see if I come to the side here like that. It's just, I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. I kind of just play with it a little bit. And I'll tell you what, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about Zentangle that I do things not necessarily in a organized fashion. Other things, yes. It's just, I don't know what it is about this that brings that out in me. But look at the depth that's creating, the dimension. I have to do something about that one there. I just got to decide who's in front. This one for sure is in front of that. And I'm looking over. Sorry, I was going to give a shout out. Yeah, W, I'm channeling you're yelling at the TV. Well, really, in the future. No, wait. Yeah, that's right. Well, let's see. Well, since, let's just call that one being tucked behind there. Okay. Well, nope. All right, let's see. As I turn it and play with it, I'm sure I will find something. But I think it's kind of neat. You can have it upside down. You can have them coming this way. It's just a neat tangle. We'll have it. Well, since I put these guys that way, at least the Fancy Fescue, it could be the other way. But since they're drooping down, it would be kind of silly to have it the other way. So, neat tangle. Neat. All right, so hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love it if you become a subscriber to the channel. Go ahead and click that button. While you're clicking, in the description section, I mentioned the step outs. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the Tangle. And again, do take a look at Tabitha's step out. Really, really neat. Really, really beautiful sample. Below that, ways to connect with me if you wish. I teach classes twice weekly. I'm in Michigan, so it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays, always free. I do 2 sessions. Whatever I do 2 sessions. I do them at the same times. It's 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. My time. And just because we've been doing it for so long, I just, it's just one of those, just can't stop. And it works, so that's good. So you will find, there's a link to the classes. There's a menu that has classes on it. So you'll see, different types of things that we do. Oh, on Tuesdays, there's one Tuesday that's free. It's the 3rd Tuesday of the month. I call it Tough Tangle Tuesday. And yes, it's as the name describes. And the other ones have a fee, just so I can keep the lights on, keep myself in pens and all of that. Let's see. So you'll find that information on the website. Also, in the links, you'll find a link to my Facebook page, so if you want to follow me there. Oh, in the classes section, that's where I was thinking. There are other ways to follow me, so if you don't happen to be on Facebook, there's Eventbrite and Meetup.com. They're both free things, and you can sign up. You can just follow me, and hopefully you won't get too many other emails from them. But it's kind of a free service, so it's expected. But anyway. So you can follow me there, and that way too, the classes will show up in your time zone, not in mine. Because on my website, it's on my time zone, and that's as far as it goes. All right. So last but absolutely not least, if you would like to be part of the conversation, and the fun, we would love to have you. So we have a private Facebook group, the Tangle Addicts community. Absolutely fun. So like I said, if you want to, there's 4 questions that you have to answer to gain entry. But once you do, we talk about tangling, we share our work and just gush over what everybody else did. We learn, we inspire each other, and it's so much fun. I can't say enough. All right. So with that, again, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.